You have the power to dictate a policy to this body. The body doesn't know. The brain will tell you something that you look, the eye gate says, oh, that food looks nice, I want to eat it. But your body, you need to tell my brain, no, it's no good for me. Agree? Because you don't really want to regret later. And we cause this medical society to be fat because what we do, with all the things that we do, we end up going to the doctors over and over and over again. And guess what? A lot of times the medication that you take, and I'm not against medication, but sometimes the medication that we take gives us so much side effects. It heals one thing, but then something else pops out. And so we need to be concerned about, and if you have children, you need to start now with your children. It's very important. Because whatever you're giving to your children now, they have the appetite, the palate for it. Now, I just want to say that we have ladies that we travel with. We go across the globe and we minister to different people. We talk to them, different topics, not just about food, but different topics. And Kathy's at the back, and Franca. And we also have a lady here. I just want to talk for her to talk for a few minutes. Just to let you know, there was a lady that came among us, and how she is today and where she was. Okay,
Okay, I'm just happy to be here today, and I just want to talk just a short brief. I came out of a very difficult background. My father was an alcoholic, and my mother came out of a background of mental illness, and it was dysfunctional to say the least. And I was not a wanted child. My mother had 16 children, and I was number 14, so I definitely had a lot of rejection, and but was still semi-functioning. And when I met Del, I was working in management and had completed a baccalaureate degree at the time. So you think you're together and you think things are okay until somebody starts to work with you. And then you realize how much you can improve. And I think one thing Del has done for me is help me to tap into my potential. And from those grassroots, as she started to work with me on things that I needed to work on, as far as my personality, the ways I interacted with people, I was a very sensitive person. I could get hurt very easily and clam up and cry at the drop of a hat. I used to be like that. But having her work with me really helped me understand where my problems were, why I was the way I was. She helped me to make changes in my dress and the way that I carried myself, and even on the dietary level as well, following her lead. And I have since having met her, have completed a master's in business administration, was at the top of my career as a vice president with a Crown Corporation, and then left that position and am now finishing my law degree, and will be articling with one of the top firms on Bay Street in Toronto this coming spring. So this is potential.
So I carry my work with me. Thank you. I just want to read this, what I picked up out of a magazine. It says, never before in history has the level of toxin in our environment been so as high as it is now. Carbon monoxide and other noxious fumes permeate our air. Our water supplies are contaminated with heavy metals and other chemicals. We ingest hundreds of pounds of food a year that's loaded with livestock growth, hormones, pesticides, preservatives, and even parasites. It's no wonder you feel tired and run down. You agree? And we blame this blah feeling on aging, while the real culprit is often the toxin that surrounds us. Then, to make matters worse, our diet is nearly devoid of unprocessed natural whole fiber. So our digestive slows to a crawl as we eat 2, 3, 4, 5 or more meals before having a single bowel movement. Wow. How many can identify with that? You know what? I was there. It's no laughing matter. I was there. I always had to take some help, to help me to go to the bathroom. But when I changed change my habit and my diet. Guarantee you, I am not talking as a professional here. I'm talking as one that was healed from all the things that I did. I went on to do things that I knew was appropriate for my body type. And I guarantee now, I have no problem. When I said I have no problem, I'm not talking about psychological and physical. I'm talking about clearing your system. Okay, so Linda, let's put on the next one. I'm going to go as quick as I can. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. No one has your DNA. Each and every one has their own DNA. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. You know, so nobody can copy you. You need to know who you are. Agree? You need to know who you are and what your potentials are and realize. And some of us so hard on ourselves, we're so down on ourselves. And I understand a lot of you have families, and it's hard to even think about yourself. But please, if you don't look after yourselves, you cannot look after your family. It is not good that we don't take care of ourselves so that we can take care of our family. Healthy foods, and I'm just going to go through quickly because we have quite a few slides. Healthy foods, fruits and vegetables. And not all, if you're diabetic, fruits are maybe not good for you. Too much fruits. You have to have the low sugar fruits. So, you see what I'm saying? You've got to know your body and what is good for you. Whole foods, whole grains. Now they're telling you that the whole grains, you have whole grain breads, doesn't taste the nicest until you acquire the taste. And you wonder why you ate all the other things that you ate. But once you acquire the taste, it is good. And you know you're putting things in your body that is good for you. Okay, so healthy fruits, maintain a balanced diet. It is very important. You have something here in front of you from the medical field. Canada Food Guide, you need to maintain that. And it's up to you. Many of your mothers here, you set the program. You put your program, your menu together. Make sure you incorporate healthy foods. It's okay to have junk food once in a while. I think it's okay. Don't spoil yourself and don't have, once in a while eat something junk. It's okay, but don't overdo it. Agree? Okay, talk to me, audience. I don't like when you're quiet. Foods that harm, high fat contents. This is always on the news. If you listen to City TV, you listen to CTV, they're always telling, they always have people on there who are telling us, don't ignore it. I can tell you, I'm a proof, living proof standing here. I'm talking from experience. I'm telling you, I used to be a zombie. And food has changed. Changing my diet, changing my exercise, I have changed. My world has changed. Okay, so high fat content, no good. High carbohydrates, no good. And those are the foods that we love, isn't it? It's always the food that we love that's no good for us. And our children love them. High sugar content. Okay, healthy liver. You need to maintain a healthy liver. I have a cousin recently who had a liver transplant. He's a miracle. What if there wasn't a liver? He would have been dead. You know, the things that are here, that are polluting our air, and including that, then we're ingesting things that are not good for us. Okay, so minimize your alcohol intakes, ladies. You know, we love to have a good time. That's okay, you can have a good time without overdoing it. Amen? You can. Okay. Pesticides can hurt you. There's no doubt about it. Make sure when you wash your foods. I put my foods with a little bit of vinegar, set it in my vegetables for a few minutes, wash it off, and then before I use it, wash them well. Wash your vegetables well. Okay. Although the vegetables are good for you, but there are things that are harmful on the vegetables. Okay. Healthy kidneys. So flush your kidneys. Waters were provided. I see a lot of you have your water. Good. Drink it. It's good to flush your system. Flush that system. As I said, our bodies are fearfully and wonderfully made. It's made to flush out. They've been created to flush out. That body is pure, perfect if you treat it well. It can heal itself, it can operate, it can do what you want it to do, but you need to treat it well. All right, agree? We're talking about individual here. It's you I'm talking about. I'm talking about me. That's what I did and has helped me. And I have tried to help other people as much as I know. Okay.